get ready for a restart here. We have an interesting situation, Jerry. Terry Labonte was a lap down, but when Sterling Marlin came into the pits, well, that put him at the head of the line. So he's almost a lap down, so he gets to stay up in front of Tony Stewart, who is the actual leader of the race. So if he can beat Ken Schrader, who is a lap down on the inside there, he might be able to stay on the lead lap for a little bit.
All right, Ned, we'll see what happens to Texas Terry as Rodney Wise waves the green flag. Could have said it better myself. Green flag coming out on lap 246 after 9 caution laps, the 5th caution of the day.
And Tony Stewart caught up on that high side there, and several cars getting back on the lead lap. Ken Schrader, one of them. Terry Labonte leads that pack.
And Rusty Wallace is trying to sneak down on the inside, right behind Jeffrey Bodine. Tony says, I see you coming, Rusty. Well, and Rusty's going to try to make a move on the bottom of the racetrack. But can Tony get down? Now he gets down. Tony's going to have to try to put a lap on these cars. Jeffrey Bodine, Ken Schrader, and Terry Labonte. If he can catch them, he's going to have to try to do it on the bottom of the racetrack. If he goes high, he's got Rusty Wallace there ready to pounce. Just joined us. Rusty was our pole sitter, led twice for 134 of about the first 150 laps. Tony Stewart now has led 81 laps. And 11 different leaders, 12 lead changes. And we are just now past the halfway point. And it looks like right now that Rusty Wallace, his car is locking the 4 tires. He's put on his car. It looks like he's just a little bit quicker than Tony Stewart. Halfway signal is given to the field. Cross flags, 250 down, 250 to go. Here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'll take a look at the 2 guys that are in the points battle. There's Dale Jarrett in the 88 car, the quality care machine being shown back in 6th position. DJ hasn't led a lap tonight. And right behind him, 2 cars back, is the 18, the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Back in 8th position to Bobby Labonte and Dale Jarrett trying to avoid the big crunch at Bristol. Thus far, they're halfway home. And Bobby Labonte has led a lap tonight. He stayed out there when all the cars made some pit stops and has led a couple laps. He has received 5 bonus points.
I'm sure that Bobby would be tickled to death to finish in the top 10 and having led that lap. If he could keep that 88 in sight, that would be just fine with him. On board with Bobby Labonte, our Circuit City onboard camera as he closes up on the back bumper of Steve Park. That's a battle for the 7th spot. They mentioned in 4 of his last 5 trips here, Bobby Labonte has finishes of 25th or worse, and a 6th place finish here in the spring. And the right side of that dash, the Cody Unser Foundation sticker. That is the daughter of Al Unser Jr. We all know that story about how Cody has battled back from transverse myelitis, and Bobby Labonte drove as a sub for Al Jr. in the IROC Series last year, donated all his winnings to begin to open up that foundation. Show you how benevolent these race drivers are, and now it's become a major part of that fundraiser for Cody Unser. And we are hearing that 24 may be experiencing a problem. Jeff Gordon, 4-time winner here. Let's go down to his pits and Bill Weber.
4 laps to go. Jeff Gordon radioed in. There's something wrong with the motor. 2 laps to go. He radioed in. We're blowing up. He's still on the track, but he is losing track position.
Well, Jeff Gordon has had some pretty rough finishes the last two outings at Watkins Glen in Michigan. Leader, the car number 20 in the middle of your screen. That is Tony Stewart. The 60 and 36 are lap cars. Here comes Mark Martin now pulling right on the rear deck of Rusty Wallace.
You see Terry Labonte, he's pulled out pretty far from him. We mentioned him on the restart there. So Terry is still on the lead lap. He's in 17th position. And Ken Schrader is still on the lead lap.
Jeffrey Bodine in car number 60 is still 1 lap down. If Tony Stewart gets around him, he will be 2 laps down. He is back in 32nd position. Stewart dives down to the bottom, trying to get these guys off the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make them think that he's going to dive to the inside. There he goes. He's going to look again on the inside. Wants Jeffrey to think he's there, so he'll move up the racetrack, and he can be there. And
now Jeff Gordon down on the inside of the track there. His cars go by him, and you heard Bill Weber say a moment ago that he apparently has lost a cylinder. As you can see now, he just doesn't have the power coming off the corner as Brett Bodine will go by.
He goes down, Jeff Gordon keeps it down on the inside of the racetrack. He said, okay, guys, I don't have the power down the straightaway. We're going to have to pass me on the outside.
Jeff Gordon coming in 10th in the point standings.
Dale Jarrett goes by. That puts DJ up to the 5th position. You know, back in 1961 here, Benny, when this track first opened, I lost a cylinder pretty early in the race. Then I lost another one. Then another one. Finished the race on 5 cylinders. Finished in 3rd place. Can you believe that? Of course, the attrition rate was a little bit higher back then than it is now.
Jack Smith won that one. Fireball, and then Ned. Top 3 in that very first one.
Oh, and Rusty slips on the bottom of the racetrack, and Mark was just ready there. Could not quite get by.
Mark Martin chomping at the bit. The Valvoline Ford Taurus. A 2-time winner here at Bristol, Tennessee. Right on the rear bumper of that Miller Lite Ford.
Boy, he is dogging him. And Kevin LePage in the pit for an unscheduled pit stop. Martin just waiting for an opening. You thought he had one a few laps ago, but the door closed on him pretty quickly.
Mark Martin's lone win this year coming at Martinsville. Now he looks to the inside of Rusty. Will he have enough to get there? Not quite.
Oh, yes. Now Rusty goes up the hill. I don't know if there was contact between Mark and Rusty or not, but put Mark Martin in that 2nd spot.
And Tony Stewart is looking at mirror because that Valvoline hood is coming in a hurry. Stewart still trying to get by Jeffrey Bodine in the car number 60. Bodine being shown a lap down in 31st position, and Mark Martin is pulled to within a car length, making a half a car length of the leader. Well, we'll take a break and come back and see if possibly Mark Martin can get a shot at taking the lead here tonight at Bristol. Back in a moment.